Straight Talk with Bill Frady continues on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
All right, I take no pleasure in this direction I'm about to go in. And I know exactly what I'm doing. And listen, for those of you that take offense at this, you should at least have a little bit of courage. Being a Republican in South Carolina is not an exclusive club. But there are those in South Carolina that want it to be an exclusive club. And I'm tired of it. We're in this moment right now where the feds are going to be able to handle themselves for a bit. We've got a couple of years that we can make South Carolina a leader in the United States. We've never been a leader in the United States. We've never been first in the United States. I don't know where we come down on education or some of these things, but here's the thing. There's a couple things going on, and I'm just tired of it. And I really would like to have had some people come on the show to discuss it with them. But that hasn't happened yet. And everybody out there that I've invited onto the show, you know who you are. And the invitation still stands. But since I'm doing things on a timely basis, I guess your decision is clear to me. In Greenville County, the GOP, the county GOP here, to a degree is excluded from the state GOP because they don't like one guy. They don't like a guy named Jeff Davis. Now, Jeff Davis is an America First guy. And I wondered to myself, I already knew the answer, but I wondered to myself, why would the South Carolina GOP not want an America First guy? And I've heard things, he does this, he sues people, he's a lawyer, and all these other things. And I was just thinking, but one thing about Jeff Davis and anybody in these county GOPs, they're elected in these reorgs. They're elected by the members in that county, by the people that, and to be a member, you got to go to reorg and just be there, just participate. And he was duly elected. And they decided they were going to say, no, you cannot come and play in our reindeer games. And I'm just asking myself, who the hell do these guys think they are? South Carolina has some of the sharpest minds I've ever seen. And to get out there and say that Greenville County is the largest county with the biggest amount of precincts in the state. So and the problem with Greenville County is that Greenville County is morphing. See, I'm not a conservative. I'm a populist American First. That's what I am. Conservatism has been overtaken and co-opted. The people in the Republican Party that tell you they are conservative and constantly tell you they're conservative, well, first of all, they don't know what that means. I see, and you probably do too. Most of it happens in social media. And see, it can be anybody. Because if I'm elected to a position, which I'm not running for it, but if I'm elected into a position in Greenville County, in the Greenville County GOP, guess what? I'm not going to be that much different than Jeff Davis. Is that going to be a problem? Does my county get discounted? And I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, why does this feel so familiar to me? Why do the discord and all the problems I see and all the little sniping, why does all this little stuff I see on social media, what does this remind me of? And then I thought, oh yeah, it's the Tea Party all over again. Except this time, this isn't the Tea Party. The Tea Party was easily influenced and easily overcome and then easily absorbed. This isn't going to happen again. because Trump is America first. Now, if being America first in Greenville County means Greenville County can't be included in state business when it comes to the state GOP, what does that mean if for all of these guys in the state that claim to be pro-Trump, but then you've got an American first guy, and by the way, he's not the only one. This is not unique to Greenville County, and I'll get into that in a second. I have to say that I'm seeing way too many, when you get out there and you start attacking people for being this, and it's America first, right? It's the same thing that happened to Trump. We got a bunch of McConnells in our state politics. And we have a disconnect because if you talk to certain politicians that are holding office today, the politicians and the state GOP and then on the county levels, there's a disconnect between those three. And I don't understand this. In the military, this would never have been allowed to happen, this little bait and switch and this infighting and this sniping and all of this. It reminds me of a bunch of kids in a schoolyard. You've got a lot of names you've heard out there doing a lot of quoting. I hear them on here from time to time. And I'll simply say this. In my opinion, right? And listen, I would love to be wrong about this. If any one of you out there in the establishment that I'm insulting at the moment, if any of you out of there want to call in and convince me I'm wrong, because I would love to be wrong. Well, some of you already have my number because I've called you and you just never decided to take me up on that. They will tell you in the establishment that the reason they go after people that are America first is because it's disruptive and it's unproductive. Okay. I get it. But I hate to tell you this, but I'm sensing a little bit of corruption here. In Greenville, the chair, Drew McKissick, described Greenville as a fringe rogue group that has used the Antifa-style tactics to essentially dismantle the Greenville County Republican Party to become their own hobby horse back in 2021. Okay, if I really believe that, I would be coming in here and I would try to straighten that out if I'm in charge of the state GOP. Because that's what leaders do. It's not about being in charge. Being in charge is anybody. Being a leader means you get out there and you take care of your people. And I don't see it. By the way, you're some of their people too. But I'll tell you what, it's not just here. I'm going to bring some receipts on the rest of the state as well. This is News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.